good.
Let's go on 3. 1, 2. Don't fuck this up.
Why the hell are you stalling? You just need to disconnect one human device and connect another in its place. Don't breathe, Colonel. This is...
You alright? Let's go!
Let's go out here. Release for scene
Move out the fucking way!
Connection established.
Strider never understood it. I just couldn't make him understand. It was a waste. At one point, I thought he was going to lead me out of the swamp.
Drop by Logan's. Fire with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Torn apart by dogs. Killed. Missing. Pripyat. Killed. Dead. Wild Island. Missing. Alive. No information. Shot by loners. Died in an anomaly. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Torn apart by dogs. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Alive but lost. Wait just a second, Skiff. And the scanner is yours. I need to say my goodbyes. Farewell to our great past. Enemies, yes, but united by faith in one idea. For your kind, it was the Wish Granter. For us, the Monolith. It spoke in many tongues, but everyone heard only what they wanted to hear. Repentance. Forgiveness. Not a chance. After a decade of silence, only hatred remains. The Monolith has abandoned us to make us understand. Being alive does not mean to be happy. Nothing else matters.
You know what makes a stalker a stalker? Curiosity. I told you he'd come.
You told me a lot, and left out even more. Thank you for coming, Skiff.
What did you want to talk about?
I found out that the Ward moved the Wish Granter from the CNPP to Sirka.
The Monolith.
That toy is way too dangerous. Even for Dallin. Especially for Dallin. The zone itself could suffer for it. And then the dark would eclipse whatever light still remains here.
I've seen Faust. You mentioned the Witchcranter as well before he, disappeared.
So he's in on it too. The past will never let us go, will it?
So what do you want from me?
I see you found what you were looking for. And you're going to find even more. In the darkest part of the zone. Built from the brightest of intentions.
The scanner is your chance to get into Circa. Then, you'll be able to find out if that damn machine is really there. I'll get my squad together and head for the Institute. We need your help, Skiff. Noontide... No. The entire zone is in danger.
Sometimes bad people make good choices. I trust you to make the right one.
Stand aside. This is a restricted strategic facility. Unauthorized entry is prohibited.
I have an appointment with Dr. Dallin. I brought the scanner.
You must be Skiff. Head to the internal checkpoint. They'll direct you from there.
Is that him? Give it to me. We need to run compatibility tests. Check everything is all right. Oh, yes. Of course. You must be tired. Oh, here. Here's the key to my room. I'm sleeping in my study either way. Don't worry about your reward. You'll get it. In fact, someone would like to talk to you as soon as we've completed all the necessary tests. Have some rest. And get yourself cleaned up. My colleagues promised me a surprise for my birthday. I wish I knew what it was. Guess you'll have to tell me. Enjoy it!
Skiff, come in. Are you there yet? See if you can get to the labs and find out about the monolith. I'm counting on you, Stalker.
They've got some serious security here, Strider.
I know. That's why it was crucial for you to get there. My men outside are looking for a way in. The monolith is an evil no one should ever exploit. Please, help us.
Come here. Please. I'd like to talk to you. I hope you had a good night's sleep, Skiff. We're on the brink of the most important event in human history. And I want you to be there to witness it up close. After all, if you hadn't brought us the Alpha artifact, our artifact farm would still be looking for the key to the generators.
The generators? What are those?
The zone doesn't just exist on its own. It possesses a center, a source. This source is located within the generators, an installation to the north of the CNPP. There's no way for us to get there, physically at least. However, we can establish a remote connection to the generators. That's where the Alpha comes into play. We can solve the energy crisis, reach the outer limits of the solar system, expand our horizons in the study of physics. Your discovery is going to change the world, Skiff.
Confinement breach detected in the cryptobiology lab. Initiating Aegis protocol in Sector C. Please remain calm and have a nice day.
Damn! Aegis means an uncontrolled anomalous exposure. That means a shutdown for all labs. How are we supposed to test the Alpha now? Wait for a special dispensation from the Colonel? How long will it take? Even with all their gadgets, the Ward can only handle anomalous phenomena in controlled lab environments. Against something like this, we're talking days, at least.
At this rate, I'm gonna get bed sores from your penthouse couch. Maybe I can speed this up. Remember, the things I've seen in the zone were just as baffling and uncontrollable.
Are you suggesting we skip protocol and go full stalker on this? It could work. Look for Dr. Krivenko. He's probably at the ARL now. The cryptobiology lab is his domain. He'll point you in the right direction. But remember, this anomalous exposure isn't your typical zone activity. Our emission protection system has never failed us before.
Welcome to the laboratory.
Skiff, isn't it? I think we met at Icarus before.
Krivenko? I didn't know you were a big wheel around here.
I'm in charge of the Joint Cryptobiology and Psi Medicine Laboratory. Actually, I don't usually venture out of Circa, but occasionally a special project demands some fieldwork. Follow me. Do you know an anomaly has cropped up in cryptobiology? No? My colleagues over at ARL reviewed the footage, and they think it might be a spatial anomaly.
How often does this kind of emergency happen here?
Hardly ever. Our security protocols cover every scenario, so everything is always under control, especially when it comes to special projects.
All right, I'll go see what you've got there.
Here, take my gun. Korshunov issued these to all the lab managers, but I never thought anyone would actually need them. Professor Herman once mentioned that anomalies like this one always have an entrance and an exit. The cause of its sudden manifestation must lie on the other side. Due to the Aegis protocol, the regular entrances to my lab are sealed. The only way in is through the ventilation system. You'll find the engineering entrance outside, near the ARL building. Please be careful around the specimens of local fauna in the lab. They are quite valuable to our research.
Skip, you made it here too. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised given what you went through to bring my scanner back to Circa. I'd say I'm glad you made it through your first night in the zone, but you probably wouldn't believe me.
You bastard. I thought you were dead, and you just took off.
What else was I supposed to do? Fight my way back to you? Things aren't as straightforward as they seem. Come on in, I'll open the door for you. Don't worry, I won't leave you here. I feel like I owe you for that night. Besides, it looks like you've actually brought us the Alpha. This is my accomplishment, Skiff, not Darlin's. The only thing that snot-nosed genius managed to achieve was watching the Second Caribbean experiment. And that's precisely when anomalies and artifacts too began cropping up outside the zone.
My home was destroyed because of Dalin's experiment? And you knew about it the whole time?
What? Darlin failed to mention any outside events. And Korshunov conveniently left out who was responsible for your wild goose chase around the zone. Yes, Skiff, I've been aware of this all along. And so have they. Every asshole in this place has an agenda of their own. At least I tried to help you. I warned you about the attack, remember? But that doesn't matter anymore, and I'm running out of time. I've reconfigured the bubble. It'll take you back to Circa. Then you can tell Darlin what you think about the price he paid for progress.
care of it after all. I wish all my colleagues kept their promises like you do. Please come see me. I have something for you. As a stalker, I'm sure you'll appreciate it.
What do you want from me? Get to the point.
It'll become clear soon enough, Colonel. And no, you won't have to send your men anywhere or put them in danger. For that, we've got...
Speaking of danger,
As I was saying, we need someone who's already got certain qualities. Courage, persistence, endurance.
any of my men will do.
Not quiet. We need someone who's already had a particular kind of experience in the zone. Basically, we need a stalker. The readings all match up. But to see it with my own eyes, that's something else. A scientific miracle. Alpha. Quarter of century ago, maybe even longer. The artifact that started it all.
It's still going strong, and not just in the zone.
You stalkers with your tall tales. You need to lay up the booze.
The second Caribbean experiment, you asshole! Tall tales, huh? Look at me! I lost everything back on the mainland. And you tell me to lay off the booze?
To the victor go the spoils. This experiment is not going to conduct itself. Stand down.
We had a simple choice. Sit back and just wait for another super emission, or take a chance at get control of the anomalous energy. And look, our gamble paid off. As for your home, you can blame the zone, not me.
Cool it, soldier. The second Caribbean experiment didn't go as planned. During the experiment, the group was attacked by Scar's saboteurs. They're local stalkers, a thorn in my side. And since they achieved what they set out to back then, you can be sure they'll keep trying to get in our way. You're blaming the wrong people, Skip.
Let's hope that this time, security will be your top priority. So, now that everyone has blown off some steam and is capable of having a civilized conversation, let's move on to the one truly important thing. Science. Do you want to know what's there? Behind the glass? It's the dream of every stalker. The Wish Granter. Also known as the Monolith. It's not a myth, nor is it a deity. It's a sea installation created by scientists from Project X. Instead of rusting away inside the sarcophagus, it's now here at the Institute.
Why did you bring the monolith here? Wasn't one failed experiment enough for you?
Skip, please. Alpha artifacts are a source of power not only for the generators, but for other Project X installations as well. Including those designed to create illusions, like the monolith. If your Alpha artifact activates the monolith now, we'll know it's genuine and can be used with the generators.
My people are trained for this. They will handle it.
The hell they will. It's my artifact. I'll be the one testing it.
You will have to get close to the installation, Skip.
Everything's under control.
What you want is here, Stalker. Come.
I want the zone to disappear.
Humanity is corrupt. Mankind must be controlled. I want immortality. I want to rule the world. I want to be rich. I want this all to end.
Are you okay now, Skiff? Would you come up here, please? What did you see? What happened in the monolith room?
Now, you're the one who's gonna tell me what the fuck is going on here. Whose memory did I just see? Why did the ward attack me? Wish Granner my ass.
Calm down, Skiff. Please. That was just a minor distortion. An illusion, nothing more. It's over now.
He's telling the truth, soldier. The installation has been shut down. You're safe.
It didn't seem like an illusion to me. It felt too damn real.
Yeah, illusions don't usually result in injuries.
Everything you saw was a figment of your imagination, Skiff. Your actions, however, had an impact on your environment. That is the reason Zotov was injured, and you were not.
No one would have been injured if the illusions had been stopped sooner.
Shutting the installation down abruptly would have fried Skiff's brain. Irreversibly. I did all I could to avoid that outcome.
Was that another botched experiment, Doc?
I wouldn't call it that. I didn't foresee those sea vestiges, that's true. The monolith showed you someone else's memory. I never expected that. Who knew those tall tales had a basis in reality? But I was sure you'd be fine. It was impossible to calculate the safe level of Psi exposure when the monolith was first created. But it's a different story now. I used the minimal configuration, see? You're safe and sound, and despite some unpleasant side effects, everything went well. The Alpha artifact worked. We can begin the experiment.
Are you planning to use the Wish Granter again?
Why would we do that? It's a relic of the old zone, a distraction for those who managed to enter the sarcophagus. But Circa doesn't need that. We have the ward to protect us. Besides, even in its prime, this ancient hunk of junk never functioned as intended. The last thing I need right now is Circa fanatics, thank you very much.
Are you sure it's safe connecting the artifact to the generators?
There are certain risks, of course. But inaction would be far more dangerous. We must take control of the zone's anomalous energy before disaster strikes. When we connect to the generators, the zone will be eliminated. And the anomalous energy will finally start serving the needs of mankind.
Yes?
I'm waiting for the stalker, Colonel.
Got it. He'll be there. Go to the projection room, Skiff. She's waiting for you. Good luck.
And Skiff, I'm sorry about your home. I wish great experiments could always be performed without casualties.
Skiff! Thank God you're here. If only Darlin had listened to me, I wouldn't have to cheat. You know that's true. Tell her. I'm begging you.
Your friend is a strange kind of scientist, Skiff. He loves secrets more than discoveries.
He's no friend of mine.
Skiff!
That makes sense. People need more than just a couple of days to really become friends. You need to trust one another, share your secrets. Like the fact that someone stole the scanners from Circa. Just because he was so envious of Dr. Dolly. And guided by his co-conspirator Faust, he insisted on murdering every last witness. Including you, of course.
I can explain everything!
There's no need to
Repeat yourself, Professor. This man almost got you killed. So it's up to you to decide his fate.
Let him go.
Professor Herman, you may go.
Skiff! Thank you. Thank you.
Professor, you forgot something.
Goodbye.
Yevhen Martinenko, 25 years old. Born in a small town, loved a good book, but preferred a good fight. Served in the army, upon returning home was engaged in risky part-time jobs. No real friends, no family, just lonely evenings in front of the TV. A while ago he came home to find his place in ruins. You've been through a lot, Yevhen. Cigarette? After the fire at those apartments, everyone rushed to seek help from officials. But not you, Yevhen. In your search for the truth, You had the courage to enter this zone. Perseverance is an admirable quality, and you've got heaps of it. That's why we can thank you, and you alone, that the scanner is back at Circa. The zone is extremely dangerous to the outside world. But thanks to you, we will soon have its power under control. And in the meantime, you can return to the mainland and move into a beautiful new house.
Sounds great.
You deserve it.
But I want to be there for the experiment. Bread was promised. Now it's time for circuses.
Dr. Dallin speaks highly of you, but the experiment requires top-level security. Although, perhaps you could help us in this matter. Someone's planning to stop us, right? Stop us getting what we deserve.
Strider. The leader of Noontide intends to break into Circa. He might be armed.
I knew I could count on you. Meet with Strider. Convince him not to do anything stupid. I don't want our new world to begin with bloodshed. And neither do you.
And if he doesn't change his mind?
You're an experienced guy of him. I'm sure you can handle it. One way or another.
So Strider was right? The monolith, Skiff, is it really here?
Yeah. I tried it.
And what happened?
I saw what it did to the people before me. How it made them believe in lies. It was wrong.
Then you understand that we have to destroy it.
Dallin said Circa isn't going to use the monolith anymore. They only needed it to prep for another experiment. They're gonna end all this shit right here, right now. They're gonna destroy the zone.
And you believe that, Skiff? Do you really believe the monolith is just an installation and they actually know what they're doing? They'll write off all their mistakes as collateral damage in pursuit of the greater good. But we are not some byproducts of their experiments, Skiff. We are human beings. If their plans have any relation to the monolith, we are putting an end to them. These people are not to be trusted. We can't waste any more time. Tell me now, Skiff. Are you with the Ward or with us?
We'll stop them together.
Then it's settled. You should go.
Where the hell have you been? Help me out with these, will ya? One on each hinge should do the trick.
Performing visual analysis. No deficit.
Alright, let's go!
Router ready. Lock 5. Waveguide ready.
Back it up.
Gateway open. X11. Awaiting connection.
What the fuck?
You alright? Let's go!
Scout here. Request proceed phase 3.
Out the fucking way!
Connection established.
I'm out of 3 phase 10.
Step back!
It's done.
You motherfucker!
Let's get out of here.
Hey, would you look at that?
Ти моя любов і рідна матінко моя. It's alive! The zone is alive! It survived, Skiff! It survived!
Fucking crazy! I almost died at that fucking institute.
Where's Strider?
Now you ask.
What happened over there, Skiff? Where is Strider? Why are they shooting at us? Why are you shooting at us? We're with Strider!
Dud? Just like you can't get rid of the sky up above.
What?
They say the sun's always shining in Pripyat.
Bullshit.
Damn. They got all soggy after all. Should have kicked the habit. That means Strider and Dubny and they're all gone? Right. I guess the zone didn't protect them after all. How come, Skiff?
In coming from White Island. Maybe not all of them got hit by the monolith thingy, right? Come on, chime in.
It's Lodochka. The island. It's a disaster. Something is happening, and it's...
Calm down, Professor. Deep breaths. I need details.
It happened all at once. Like a signal. Intense sea activity. Incredibly powerful. Noontide. Richter. They've all turned into monolithians again.
Fuck.
I found out where it started, but I can't get there. I'm at Quiet's camp. Someone's here. Richter. I need your help. Can you hear me? Help!
Looks even worse than I thought.
What the hell is happening on that island?
No idea. Where's Scar when I need him, damn it?
may not be Spark, but it's high time he showed up. We need to get the professor out of there, Skip. There's no way we can sort that shit out without him.
Ever thought it might all be Scar's fault? He and the Ward are all busy with their zone turf war, and the rest of us gotta deal with the fallout. Did you know that Scar tried to stop Dallin from replicating the Caribbean experiment? Maybe Monolith is back because the Wish Granter was taken to Circa. Scar couldn't let it go.
I didn't know about the Caribbean experiment, Skip. I'm not one of Scar's men, and Spark doesn't report to me. I don't have a clue what they're up to or where they are. But you're right. Scar is capable of anything. The question is, will his shortcut lead us to the zone we want?
Okay, I'll help Lorochka.
Right. Here's the deal. You take care of Wild Island and Loduchka, and I'll go find Scar. Sure hope it's not a monolithian bullet keeping him quiet.
How's it going? When are you guys coming back? How's it going? When are you guys coming back?
Today, I think. Vector almost stumbled into an anomaly. Just a bruise. But he can't walk on his own. I don't know who's gonna cover for him for the next few weeks.
I'll take his place.
You sure about that? I mean, I'm all for it, but are you sure you will?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't want to spend the rest of my life afraid of some mutant. It's time to venture out into the zone and become a real star.
So we're leaving tomorrow then?
Tomorrow it is.
You killed him, right? That mercenary? What was it? He left to get some water. Said he'd waterboard me until I told him everything.
How did you end up here at Quiet's camp?
After the signal, they all packed up and left. Didn't even bother to check my bunker. So I decided to warn everyone off the island. I needed a powerful radio. I knew Quiet had one.
What did that walk guy want from you?
They were looking for the source of the signal, I guess. But I have no idea who they're working for.
What happened to Noontide?
After you left the island, first, Striders showed up, put together a small team. Dudney, Horse, a few others, and he ordered the rest to defend the island. He said the Ward would never forgive him for what he was about to do. But if he didn't, there'd be no more Noontide. So they left. And then there was the signal, and I can't get there, for the monolith cries out of my head.
Where did that signal come from?
Somewhere deep inside the shelter. I'm sorry I can't give you an exact location. My equipment didn't last long under that, exposure, just like the Noontiders. One thing's for sure, a blast that powerful doesn't just happen. There must be a device. Something from the monolith's past, probably. There's a problem, though. The vents at the shelter don't work. Underground rooms are filled with toxic waste gas. This place is already falling apart without Horus.
So I gotta fix the ventilation system to reach the source.
That's right. Horus just started working on it. I think he even ordered some parts from Quiet before he left. I've got his notes. You can have them. Core's had everything planned out, so you'll have no trouble figuring it out. One more thing. Right now, you can only get underground from outside the base, to the northeast. After you're done with the vents, head there.
Skiff, come in. What's up with Lodochka?
He's alive. And he helped me find the thing that scrambled Noontider's brains.
Good to hear. I've got some news too. I'll shoot you Scar's current coordinates. He knew you wouldn't leave the shelter empty-handed. Whatever you found, he wants you to bring it to him. He says it'll come in handy for his future plans. Keep an eye on him, Skiff. I don't like those insights of his.
Found what you were looking for? Drop your gun and give me the device, now!
Did your men capture Lodotchka? Why?
Yeah, he was the only one who knew where to find the monolithian device. Give it to me, or you die.
I don't think so.
All units, prepare to engage!
Cover me, boys! All right.
Skiff, come in. Did you get lost out there? Haven't heard from you since you left.
Some guys tried to take what I found at Faust's place.
Show me what you got. Maybe we can figure out what caused
Noontide to become monolith again.
I'm here, in my bunker.
Mute, come in. 8. Alphabet. Saba. Machine, are you there? They weren't on the island when the signal hit. Maybe they weren't affected. All right, let's see what you've got.
Do you think Noontide ever stood a chance?
Only the dead have no hope. Horus was right about that. Thanks to you, Skiff, I'm not dead yet. Hope is all I've got left.
You were right. It's some kind of device. Do you know what it is?
An emitter. It was used to control the monolithians. When linked to the X network, it transmits commands on a psi frequency that no monolithian can resist. I've never seen one of these intact before, but I've come across some of the components. I even repurposed a few for extracting energy from the waste here.
Where did those parts come from?
Honestly, smuggling. Strider didn't approve of that sort of thing, so I had to use some old stalker connections. One of them, a guy named Scar, managed to get what I needed.
Do you know how many of those emitters are out there? Did Faust mention anything?
Good thinking. After Azimuth, Strider asked me to listen to the old monolithian network chatter again. I did come across a peculiar message. Faust told his men to reach out to their brother Sukin about the Sphere mission. I assume he was referring to another emitter. But how did he get so many? Then again, if I found the components, nothing stopped him from doing the same. Does that mean I had a hand in this? That Monolith's return is my doing? And Faust's?
What are you gonna do now, Professor? Wild Island isn't safe anymore.
Where would I go? This place is my home. Noontide's home. Only the dead have no hope. That's what Horus used to say. He was right. He was right all along. Oh, it's you. Monolith. Maybe I'll see you around.
Hello? Is there anyone still breathing in this fucking zone? This is Solder. I'm at the Sphere. The place is fucked. Those noon assholes killed everybody. Anybody out there? Come in! If the bastards catch me, they'll do me too.
Oh, fuck. It's you. Mr. Client. Didn't expect to see you again. What the hell are you doing here?
How did you make it out alive?
I kept quiet and stayed low. I thought I'd wait it out, but there was no fucking way. Those damn lunatics were playing by the book. Started sweeping the whole place.
I'm looking for the emitter. Any idea where it is?
It was all Suhin. The motherfucker brought me some kind of gizmo. He was like, fix it up. It'll make our maps more accurate. Did I get a say? I'm at the bottom of the totem pole here. I do what I'm told. Who'd have thought it'd turn his brain to mush?
What kind of gizmo was it?
Some kind of emitter. I didn't ask for the details. Just installed it in the sphere like he told me to. That's it.
Is Suhin alive? Where is he?
He's a fucking rat, and rats don't die easy. After the Psi radiation hit and we were busy duct taping our brains back together, the son of a bitch opened the gates for his noon buddies. Then he holed up at the sphere while those fuckers massacred everyone. For the monolith.
Is there a way to get to the sphere unnoticed?
Not really, but you can always cut the power. There's a breaker nearby. Flip it, and the sphere goes dark. And hey, take a look around Sukhin's office while you're at it. He was always a shitheel, taking bribes like there was no tomorrow. He ain't gonna need any of his stuff now. And thanks, by the way. You saved my ass again. There you are, my good man.
I've got what you've asked for. It's amazing this lamp is still intact.
Okay. Business first, I get it.
I've seen what this piece of shit is capable of.
The ward is about to attack Duga. Their best men are going to be there. This piece of shit would be very helpful in thinning out their ranks.
So we're back to the same old bloodthirsty plan, huh?
Ah, that's how the zone works. Some people have to suffer, so other people can stop suffering.
You knew all along, you son of a bitch.
Tell me, do you actually have some place to go back to? Or have you found what you were looking for?
Too many words. Too few answers.
Man. A long time ago, I woke up in the scientist's mobile lab at Yonam Station. They were good men. They fed me and took care of me, all while huddled together in a cramped little iron box. I wanted to help them, to find them a better place to live. During one of my trips, I stumbled upon the chemical plant. Yes, sure, another brick monstrosity, but back then, it was like an oasis to me. So those good men moved there. It was the first Spark group. We kept to ourselves, minded our own business, even during the new faction war. Until one day, bam, 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 Topol, he was the first to die. Mace tried to warn us. Over here! But all he could do was wheeze. Spirit and I tried to escape through the workshop, and then the second assault squad burst in. Boom! But Snake had a grenade ready for them. Thieves rule and wardens rule. Boom! And now tell me, who holds the chemical plant now?
The ward.
Yes, the ward. I've kept away from any ruins ever since, except for the ruins of the Institute. Sure, you can take my bloodthirsty plan as paying off a debt. But this war isn't just my war. Yes, you. Him. You came to the zone looking for justice too, didn't you?
What's the point of all the sacrifice, Scar? All these victims.
What's the point? We're all to stand upon the sea. Through death, through darkness thus. I choose the nets that swallow me. This mortal coil failed us. Do what must be done, and the mystery will reveal itself. That I know for sure. As for you, just have faith.
What's the plan, Scar? What's our next move?
The plan is as simple as it gets. The Ward intends to destroy the zone, along with you and me, of course. But we're going to stop them. How? Easy enough. We're going to strike back. Starting with the Duga for now.
Ah, there you are! Ready for the show?
Depends. What's the plan this time?
You'll love it. We're killing two birds with one stone. The Monolithians are all yours.
And what about the Ward?
They're not your concern. I've got a little surprise cooked up for them. Just focus on the task at hand. While everyone's busy dealing with the mess at the checkpoint, you'll take over the underground comm center, then eliminate the leader of the monolith.
We have no other life beyond our devotion to him. For the monolith!
Killed him.
Whoever you killed, it wasn't him. Move out, now! How did you like it, Skiff? I, for one, savored every moment. The zone really tore the Ward asunder today.
You'd better explain why I had to kill the same guy over and over again.
They were illusions, phantom doubles, like those conjured by certain mutants. Who knows what other tricks the Preacher has up his sleeve? Right now, he poses a greater threat to our cause than the Ward. Head over to STC Malachite and find Ozerski. He's a friend of Spark. He'll help us understand this tech and come up with a plan to tackle those doubles.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Professor Ozerski, the director of STC Malachite. If you intend to remain at the center, please avoid interfering with our work and treat all visitors with courtesy and respect. My colleagues frequently require stalker assistance to retrieve artifacts or conduct field experiments. Should you prove yourself capable, you may be entrusted with such assignments.
I'm looking for information about the Phantoms. A monolithian called Faust conjured doubles of himself during a fight. I want to know how this is possible.
And I want to never have to hear about this subject again. But I suppose you're luckier than I am. The doubles you witnessed are induced illusions caused by Psi influence within the Tau range. This Faust fellow appears to be employing older Psi consciousness technology. Psi consciousness were the ones who extensively researched induced illusions and their impact on humans. Have you heard about the Wish Granter? That's their handiwork.
I want to know more about induced illusions.
I'm not entirely sure we still have any books with enough information here at the center. The Circa archives would come in handy here.
I got them after the signal. They're saved on this flash drive.
Oh, that makes it so much easier. However, analyzing these archives will require a considerable amount of time, and I take it you need answers as soon as possible. Fortunately, the X network is up and running again. There's an abandoned mirror facility nearby. It was used to study induced illusions until 2008. If you can restart it and reconnect the mirror to Malachite, I could look for the information you need.
What exactly do I need to do?
2 things. Activate the visual projection center and calibrate the communication antenna. Mind you, configuring the antenna might require specific conditions. The older the equipment, the harder it is to set it up properly. I advise you to find an operations manual for the facility's engineering team and follow its guidelines to the letter. Talk to you later.
My initial hypothesis is confirmed. The Psi influence within the ranges in which we operate at the center doesn't entirely cease even after a complete shutdown. We'll continue with the experiments on induced illusions, but all participants will receive.
Thank you for establishing a secure connection. I was able to retrieve the information you requested. The Controller Project was responsible for the creation of Phantoms as part of its research into induced illusions. However, All related data is highly classified and never went public. Fortunately, we have a list of the scientists involved in the project. If any of them are alive and in the zone, you may be able to get your information straight from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Do you know anyone on that list?
Regrettably, no. But I know someone who could assist you. Richter. He used to be a guide, but now his work mostly revolves around finding people. He's just
the man you need.
This Richter guy's all over the place. Seems to know everyone in the zone. Where do you know him from?
If not for him, Scar and I wouldn't be working together right now. I was interested in meeting him, and Richter arranged it. I wouldn't recommend someone unless I was certain of their competence. Richter knows his way around the zone. If anyone from this list is still here, he'll track them down for you.
Do you know where I can find Richter?
When he's not busy with his clients, he usually frequents the 100 Rods bar in Rostock. Try looking for him there. You can ask our guide. He'll help you find your way there.
Here's the Polovin. No clinking glasses on this one.
He seemed like a decent dude.
You want to chat?
A few drinks, and then he glanced
I need to find some people. Ozerski mentioned you might be able to help me with that.
You're making some friends, I see. Ozerski is a man with the heart of gold. When he's not being pain in the ass, anyway.
You seem pretty popular yourself. Are you some kind of recruiter? Bringing folks to Strider, mingling with scientists, cozying up to Scar. And you keep popping up wherever I go, too.
Must be the zone's will. Nah, there's a plenty of recruiters here without me. By the way, there's that stalker who showed up after the signal, Strelok. Ever heard of him? He's a legend around here. I hear he's putting together a new crew. He doesn't like what's going on in the zone and he wants to shake things up.
How can I find this Strelok guy?
Nah. I might have said too much already. Either the zone's gonna help you, or Strelok will find you himself. But I don't think you two would hit it off right now. As long as you and Scar keep looking for the Shining Zone, you better stay away from Strelok. He doesn't trust or cooperate with anyone. Can you really blame him?
I found folks in the zone I can trust. Strelok just needs to try harder. Speaking of which, do you know anyone on this list?
I know one of them, Dvupalov. He's a real grump when he's sober, which, thankfully, isn't often. He's usually holed up in his old hideout and doesn't entertain visitors. If you want to talk to him, you'll need to bring him a collar from a mutant. He used to do some research with the collars, and now he just collects them. Talk about sentimental.
Can you take me to a place where I can hunt some mutants and collars?
You know I don't guide anymore. Not after I got Joker and Barch killed. I don't want anyone else to trust me and end up getting hurt.
Remember when you led me out of those anomalies when we first met? You saved my life that time. Let's try it again.
I, hadn't looked at it that way before. Alright. Let's give it a shot. I just hope neither of us regrets it.
Son of a bitch! It ain't coming out!
Watch out. This one's a sneaker in break.
I'll tell you
Looks like you made it and got the collar, so you're good to go to Dvupalov. I've tagged the location of his hideout for you. You should be able to get there just fine. If he asks you for a password, just say the leash.
Your bad luck seems to be over. Are you gonna guide people again?
We'll see about that. It's too risky to rely on a single success. Even if I don't hurt anyone, I'm still a long way from becoming a true guide.
Is there anything else I need to know?
Collars aside, Dvupalov's only been working on one project lately. Vodka. Making it and drinking it. If he offers you a drink, don't turn it down, or you won't get any business done. But don't try to outdrink him either, or you might find yourself beyond medical help.
The leash.
Come on in, and don't drag your feet.
Hand it over. You're new around here, aren't you? Or have I just forgotten you? I had an assistant I'll never forget, Nightingale. It was a delight to work with and a great drinking buddy. It's a shame he's gone. Think you can fill his shoes?
I wasn't planning to. I'm here about...
I know what you're here about. The first ones in the house. But we'll enjoy it right here on the spot. You can fetch the bottle from my lap. Oh, little wonder. All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
All right. Here's to our partnership.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado is gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
I'm not interested in vodka.
A man with no interest in vodka is a man with no interest in life itself. What motivates him then? How can you trust him? And most importantly, why share a drink with him? Look, how about those colors? Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on collars if I don't have a leash? It was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, Stalker.
Okay. Bottoms up, Professor.
I see you're a man of ambition. Great aspirations, I'd even say. I'll drink in me for one. That's what I like about you. Maybe I'd like Sherbat too, if he could drink like a man. But he just comes in, asks questions, and fumbles around. What am I supposed to talk to someone like that about, Let's take you, for instance. What do you want to talk about?
how do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions?
Seen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
Ha ha ha, and I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole three-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab. The colors were a crude instrument. The suppressors, on the other hand, they were designed to dampen abilities of a fine nature. Now, where did I put it? No, that's just some junk. Ah, look, a pickle. I'll save it for later. Fuck, what are you off to? The artifact just popped out of the steel. Grab it, Stalker. Left. No, right. Why, you're light on your feet, Stalker. You can hang on to this one. You've earned it. You went after that artifact like a bullet from a gun. Seems like I gave the keycard for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to that boring grad student yourself. He's over in Nagropron, staying close to X5. And now for the fourth shot, the happiest of them all.
I ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Lupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol. Not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Lupalov sent me to get the keycard for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison. All right, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the controller project and bring them back to me.
Hand me that keycard, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
All right. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
It's pointless. Ever since they
The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure.
Faust wasn't exactly a failure, in a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's your project? The abilities you incorporate?
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future. Thanks for those papers.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't...
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of people died because of him.
Were they good people? Well, then find other good people to install the suppressor. I'm not a technician. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see.
Look at us! We're having a blast! As long as Faust is surrounded by phantoms, we can't get to him. And the fact that he has a small army and the most powerful brain scorcher in the zone is not making it easier.
Oh yeah. You guys sure know how to throw a party.
We didn't plan this when we turned on the Lesser Dugas, but we can't let Faust turn the zone into zombie land. The zone bows to no one. This is gonna be a real mess. The Monolithians aren't creative, but they're stubborn as hell. I can't wait to get rolling. But if you need time to gear up, this is your last chance. If you're ready, I'll brief you on the plan, and off we go.
I was born ready. I live for this stuff.
Let's get down to business. You see the Dugas? We can't storm it head on. Faust and that Psi radiation will fry our brains before we even get close. But we haven't been sitting around, and we've got blueprints from the underground utilities. Turns out, there's a sewer line running from the firehouse straight to the Dugas. It's a quiet way in, and the patrols won't see us. You gotta get to the transformer room and shut down the Dugas. Once you're done, we'll take care of the Monolithians, while you take on Faust. Any questions?
I'll shut down the Dugas, and I'll deal with Faust.
Attaboy! Now get into the tunnel before new Monolithian patrols show up. The signal is patchy down below, so make sure to get to the radio room. That's our first communication point. That's the gist of it. We'll figure out the rest as we go. March, Mugwort, China. Get to your squads and take positions. Let's roll.
Come to me!
I'm the truth!
mortal dies, yet the soul endures. Welcome to the subtle world. Take a seat, Skiff. We have a lot to talk about. What time of day would you choose for an intimate conversation?
Does it matter? What a fascinating show.
Much of the zone is not what it seems.
What the hell did you unleash upon us?
You know more than I do. Envoy of the Monolith.
What?
You stood by his side, carrying out his will, and now you've come for me. I have angered him. And that is why you are here, seeking revenge and a reward.
I don't get it. I just want to reclaim what I've lost.
That makes two of us.
Is that so?
Some come to the zone to make money. Others come looking for miracles. Many just want to find happiness, you know? A way to feel real and alive again. But have you ever met anyone who was truly happy? And what do they look for if the miracles don't satisfy them? The monolith brought joy to a chosen few. But I've decided that all stalkers in the zone deserve better.
How generous of you.
I've been here before. Once. A long time ago. When I was a stalker. Looking for an adventure. I took just one awkward step. And my whole world plunged into darkness. But in the end, it was I who gained true sight, while the others kept stumbling around in the dark, searching for invisible wonders. The monolith showed me the zone for what it truly is.
The monolith has nothing to do with this.
You know more than I do, Envoy.
There is no monolith, Faust. You acquired controller abilities in one of the X-Labs so you could guide the Monolithians and serve C consciousness. So long as they were alive.
Well, you would say that. I'm not surprised. Need to stay here a little longer. There is nothing you can keep secret that will not come into the open. It's just a matter of time. Such is the will of the monolith.
You will be destroyed! No one escapes! Say your prayers!
Are we digging in here or not? Make up your mind.
What if Faust doesn't have? What if...
Are you even tuning in?
Honestly, not really. Whether we dig in or not, Everything's going to change very soon. Do you get it? Oh, you will.
Why the
Can't you
fuck
see
did I have
I'm
to join
busy?
up?
Skip! At last! Did you find it?
Possibly. What is it?
It's the key to something incredibly important. Something that's going to change us all. And it's all thanks to you and me. Come, the time of miracles is nigh.
All right. What do I have to do?
Place the key on the controls over there and hold your breath. Come on, use the key already.
Greetings, Skip. I know you have a lot of questions for me. Ask them, and then we'll decide what to do with you.
Who are you? Or what are you?
We are C Consciousness. We were once 7 scientists, 7 distinct personalities. Now, we exist as one mind. By merging our consciousnesses, we've achieved a direct connection with the noosphere. I am the representative of C Consciousness.
What are you trying to achieve?
After a reckless intervention by Circa, the structure of the noosphere was damaged, isolating individual subtle matter images from one another. The Shining will reinstate the right to immortality for all sentient beings in the zone, and eventually, for all of mankind. From then on, our liberated consciousnesses will gain the ability to communicate directly with one another, facilitating the free exchange of knowledge and experience. It will be the dawn of a new age.
So this is what the Shining Zone really is. I knew it in my heart. I believed in it all along. Seek and ye shall find.
The Shining can rid us of the darkness that's holding us back, preventing us from hearing each other. It will grant us eternal life. No pain, no regret, no suffering.
How can we make this new age come sooner?
Scar, the word is at the gates. It's just a matter of time before they break through.
But of course. Fuck. Take care of them and fast.
Remember, I don't work for you.
You're working with me. Over and out. Skip, I need you to help distract the ward while I get the professor out. I'll meet you outside. I can't get the professor out of here while you're still hanging around. You have to distract the ward.
Stay put.
There's no denying I was right now, is there? What we witnessed was truly a miracle.
Sure, it was pretty impressive, but I'm having a hard time believing it all.
That's because we were so rudely interrupted. Faith always begins with doubt, but it also culminates in knowledge. Doesn't matter. We'll find another way to contact the representative. We'll need to locate the X Network Center where all the visiographs are linked. The problem is, We don't know where it is or how to get there. It's time to go legend hunting, Skiff. We need Strelok. If anyone knows about that center, it's him.
So, what are you gonna do next?
You should be asking what you're going to do. To find Strelok, we'll need to track down the Doctor. He's the only one from Strelok's group whose whereabouts aren't a total mystery. He's a legend in his own right. He materializes out of thin air, heals everyone he encounters, even mutants, and then vanishes without a trace.
Okay, where do I find him?
I have no idea, but he's often sighted in the Red Forest. Listen to the local tall tales. There's always more truth to them than meets the eye. At the very least, you'll get a break. I have a feeling you could use one,
We risked our necks just lugging him back, and you wanted to search the clearing too?
Calm down. He saved your life 6 months ago. We couldn't just leave him behind.
Dead folks don't give a fuck where they rest. But I do. Now, who could do this to a human being?
I know who. It's those mercenaries. They were looking for the Doctor, and they found Grey instead.
Bullshit. Mercs wouldn't do something like this.
People ain't mutants. They're capable of anything. Now hush. I've got to figure out what mold Grey like. Sorry, Lona. Not a good time. We're not open for business right now.
So why don't you get the fuck out of here? And shut the door on your way out.
We're not open for business, but we can chat. Keep it short. You can see what's going on here.
Who did him in?
I wish I knew. 2 of our guys went on a job for McLuhan, and we found one of them close by, like this. It might be those mercs that just showed up here. Hell knows what they're up to.
Now, mercs are all right. They get their pay, they do their thing. But, Grey, someone went out of their way to make him suffer, cutting him off real slow.
I'm looking for the Doctor. I heard you might know where to find him.
You too? Are you working with the mercs, you son of a bitch? Answer me!
Put the gun down. Now. And you, Loner. Why are you so interested in the Doctor?
I'm looking for Strelok. The Doctor knows where to find him.
I don't know why you need Strelok, but finding the Doctor ain't exactly a walk in the park either. No one knows where the Doctor lives. All we know is he helps the wounded, both human and mutant. He saved my life some 5 years ago.
Why didn't your buddy, the Doctor, step in for Grey, huh? Too busy stitching a tentacle back to a bloodsucker's ass. Or are we hunters, worse than mutants?
If he didn't help, he couldn't. Or didn't want to. Or maybe the mercs got to him first.
Tell me more about the Doctor.
Want me to do a little dance for you while I'm at it? Everybody's got questions about him. First the mercs, now the loners.
It can get much worse. The Doctor is a legend around here. Nobody really knows where he's holed up. But if you're injured, he'll track you down and lend a hand. Well, at least he used to.
I'm telling you, it was the Doctor. We've been hunting his pets. That's why he came after us.
You're an idiot, Harnett. The Doctor saved my ass once. And I've been in the hunting business around here for a solid decade.
So where should I start looking for him?
Ray was gonna stake out a place where the Doctor was spotted before. It was a while ago, but I don't have any other leads. If it was those mercs, maybe they left something behind.
So that's why you've been chattering away for 2 hours straight? Huh? You're thinking of sending a loner to snoop around the clearing?
You're after the Doctor, Stalker, and I'm looking for the bastards who did Grey. Why don't we lend each other a hand?
Don't listen to him, loner. 2 fellas took on McLuhan's job. Grey and a new guy. You can see what's left of him. Something's fishy. If you go after them, you might not make it back out.
Thanks for the help. And the heads up.
If those mercs were behind it, watch your step out there. And if it wasn't them, be even more careful.
Better yet, get out of here while you still can. Before it gets worse.
Didn't kill them by choice. The monolith guided him to hunt me with live bait. And I won't let you finish him. Enough deaths.
So, this is what the real doctor looks like.
Do you know him? This monolithian?
Strider. His name's Strider.
That's a good name. An honest name. You were looking for the doctor. Well, you found him. Now what do you want from me?
I'm looking for any information about Strelok. I know you two have some history.
I doubt Strelok's figured out how to bring the dead back to life. So it's up to us to help Strider. Everything else can wait.
You think there's still a chance to help him?
In a way, Strider's fortunate to be a monolithian. There's something that can help men like him, but not us. I've marked a former monolithian hospital on your PDA. If they've tapped into the old stashes, you might find a regenerator there. Along with the monolithians themselves, of course. I'd ask you to spare the wounded and keep them alive. But it's your call, Stalker.
Why are you so concerned about his life?
Because it's the only thing we truly possess. No matter how bad we believe it to be. Now go. Don't waste any more time.
How long did you know each other? Not long. I met him on Wild Island, back when he was still human.
He was someone who had everything taken away from him. His past, his ability to fight back, even his name. We go to great lengths to cover up our mistakes.
What do you mean, Doctor?
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space. It was a turning point not just for science, but for the fates of the human race. However, As with all people, each of my colleagues was truly interested in only one person. Himself. They began to dream of worldwide fame, of laurels crowning their bald, shiny heads. Naturally, the truth couldn't come out about secret laboratories, brutal experiments, and other such dubious undertakings. It was out of the question. And so, they all got carried away with their dream of our perfect world. You know how the saying goes, great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ. And lo and behold, what do we have decades later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
You were there, right? For the Sea Consciousness Project?
I was once as deluded as they were, but my doubts soon outweighed their confidence. And so when the experiment took place, one of the pods was left empty. The eighth one, or rather, the first, Dr. Kaimanov's pod. My pod. And so you've solved yet another mystery of the Zone, Stalker. Perhaps the most unsettling one. Dr. Kaimanov. Pleased to meet you.
The scientists you mentioned, Sea Consciousness, they're still alive.
No, that can't be. Strelok dealt with them back in 2012.
I spoke to the representative through the visiograph in Malachite. They still exist in some kind of form he called subtle matter.
Subtle matter? But that's impossible! That means it's still going on.
What do you know about subtle matter?
It was a theory developed by Valentine Darlin, the leader of Sea Consciousness. Apparently, he's now become the image of the representative. Back in the day, he ridiculed my calculations regarding the existence of the noosphere, while I firmly believed that subtle matter was unscientific. In the end, I turned out to be right. But if he was also close to the truth, that changes everything. According to his theory, subtle matter can preserve a reflection of a person's mind, their personality. If you're implying the representative is real, that means they actually succeeded.
Before me, Strelok was the only one who'd spoken to the representative. That was back in 2012, before Sea Consciousness died. Strelok managed to reach the center of the Zone and return unscathed.
Then Strelok probably knows more about subtle matter than I do, along with the sea technologies that Sea Consciousness has mastered during their 6 years of frenetic activity. Chances are, he's still researching it to this day.
I want to find out if subtle matter is real. Things like this shouldn't be left to blind faith.
The scientific method isn't just about the experiment. It's about being able to replicate it. And I happen to know how to test a few of my hunches. If only Valentine could see me now. Well, perhaps he can. We tried to connect to the noosphere as an experiment in the Orbita underground lab. Back then, I saw nothing like the afterlife. But now, with the zone, I think the truth is worth taking a risk. But first, you need to get the cartridge from the signature station in a different lab, X3, near the cordon. It's been 20 years, so the entrances I knew of are long destroyed, but stalkers always find a way. Talk to Sidorovich, he's in charge of the cordon, and could have heard some stories about X3. I'll send you the code to the cartridge slot. Take it, and head to Orbita. Good luck.
Wow, that was fun! That smell really takes me back. I had a cap gun when I was a kid. A Mauser. So who might you be, unknown gunslinger?
I'm Skiff. You must be the guy who knows where to find the entrance at the old lab at the Cordon.
Wow. Not much for foreplay. You must be from the Oasis cult. So skilled and so stupid. Who actually trusts Sidorovich?
You think Sidorovich is lying?
Only when he opens his mouth. How do you think he found out about the Oasis? Stalker gossip? Maybe. That and the documents I showed him. But as soon as our deal was worked out, I was suddenly no longer welcome in his little village. But the old fox's tricks are wearing thin. That's why the lab entrance I told him about was bullshit. Unlike the key in that package that never made it to his bunker.
You mean the decoder? I've got it right here.
You're a very resourceful guy, Skiff. And you're alive, unlike all of my men. Here's the deal. The lab's gonna be our joint venture. It's a real maze. But I've got a map of it, right here, in my head. In case you're thinking about shooting me and taking it. Besides, there's one lock down there you can't open without me. Not even with the decoder. I guarantee you won't get through it alone. Deal?
Why do you want to get into the lab?
Why questions are of a more personal nature. And our relationship is strictly business. That's why I'm not asking you why.
All right, I'm in.
You bet you are. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park, though. Head to these coordinates. There's something you need to pick up. It was meant for the bandits, but we need it more now. I'll be waiting for you at the lab entrance. There's a tracker in the stash. When you grab the stuff, you'll get the location. No rush. We can't take the elevator anyway. Power's out. All right, let me think. According to the map, the breaker is just behind this wall. Get there through the vent, and then you can go back through the door. It's connected to the same circuit as the elevator.
David and Goliath. So epic. Get the fucker closer to me. I'm up here. I'll cover you.
Some other time, when things settle down. I don't believe in luck, but I'll be damned if you aren't a lucky charm. This is just what I need right now. Open it. I've got your back. Some other time, when things settle down.
I'm not looking to make friends. Skiff.
Skiff? You got some, curious friends here. Why are you here, Skiff? Dog had no choice. Unlike you. Who are you working for? If you lie, I'll know it.
I'm with Spark. They know what's really going on in the zone. Maybe they can help me find a new place to call home, too.
You're like a moth drawn to a flame, ready to get burnt to ashes. Scar's trained to follow orders. Clear skies to call the shots. That's when he almost got me. But who's he answering to now? I don't think you bothered to ask.
At least with Scar, I know what he stands for. But you? I have no idea what you want.
I want the zone to be left alone. All that common good Scar and Korshunov talk about is just a smokescreen. What they really want is to control the zone. Each in his own way. No. The zone doesn't owe anyone a thing. Realizing this made me an enemy to both the Ward and Spark. How exactly did you find out about X3?
The doctor told me about X3. It seems like the two of you have some history. He sent me here to test a theory.
Caimano? Yeah. He helped me get to the center of the zone to take down C consciousness. Now he's using other people to fix his own mistakes. How convenient. He used to be part of C consciousness. He would have gotten into one of those pods himself if he hadn't escaped at the last minute. What kind of nonsense did he feed you? Something about the old experiments of the dearly departed and the data that might still be here?
I talked to the representative of C consciousness, the Malachite.
They're dead. I killed them. All of them. I even kept a piece of glass from one of their pods. It was real. What you witnessed was an induced illusion. A Psi radiation technology C consciousness used to manipulate people.
Induced illusion? Like Faust's phantoms?
Like the Phantoms, the Wage Granter, the Physiographs, the Scorcher, or the Shining Zone. Do you want to peek? It's right here. You can grab the data the doctor wants along the way.
Just be sure to shut it down on your way out. When I found this place, I realized the Zone can be true to herself as long as someone keeps trying to use her to fucking brainwash us. Whether through TVs like these, or the Stalker program before them. I just wish I knew who that someone is right now.
So, what's your next move then?
Keep searching. Right now, I've got to find a way into the Stalker program control center. The neuroprogrammers in X3 should be connected to it. I just need to figure out how.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not now. I got this covered. Just focus on what you need to do. But keep in mind that the Ward and Spark are my enemies. If they end up being yours too, we'll get along just fine.
Not everyone can handle what you're proposing.
This is the only way to the truth I can offer you. I'll get in touch when I figure out if you're worth it. Not if, but when. And remember, either you're against everyone now, or I'm against you. The choice is yours. That's the price of my candor.
This is Dr. Kaimanov. Have you managed to get the cartridge?
Yes, I'm almost there.
I've tracked the antenna signals. All good. Just a little more to go. In X15, there's an experimental unit. You need to place the cartridge in the control room. And then, get into the capsule. I'll take care of the connection. Are you ready?
To enter the pod? But why?
To see the truth. Don't worry about the capsule. Unlike the sea consciousness ones, it was designed for one user. I'll take care of the rest. I've tracked the antenna signals. All good. Just a little more to go. In X15, there's an experimental unit. You need to place the cartridge in the control room. And then, get into the capsule. I'll take care of the connection. Are you ready?
To enter the pod? But why?
To see the truth. Don't worry about the capsule. Unlike the sea consciousness ones, it was designed for one user. I'll take care of the rest.
Skiff. What's going on? Where are we? You're dead, Strider. Then
experiment. Tell me we made it in time.
Yes, we did.
Really? Good. Were any of my men hurt?
No, just you.
Well, we protected our new life. That's all that matters. You asked me about my good luck charm, remember? It's an empty cartridge casing. Nothing special. A reminder from the day the psi fields were turned off.
May 2012. The military is storming the CNPP. Loon and Sobat teams are in my sector. The primary objective is Quartet.
Southeast 180. Landmark. Inspection Tower.
Target, Sobat 345. Low lateral.
Target, Quartet 400. Moderate lateral.
Windage. Breathing. 3, 2, 1.
Suddenly, the voice of the monolith was gone. I opened my eyes, as if after years of coma. And through the scope, I saw the body of an unknown soldier fall. It's the empty casing from that cartridge. It reminded me of what it meant to not be in charge of your own life. But now, we are free, masters of our own destiny. Thank you, Skiff. Noontide will remember what you've done.
This rocket ain't gonna take you into the noosphere. Open up. Well, well. What a meeting. A good man in a tight spot. You don't give up easy, huh? Well, keep sniffing around. Hey, is it just me, or were you talking to somebody?
Yeah, Strider.
Strider? How'd you get here? Strider! Strider! Have you boys seen Strider around here? Strider! Strider! Turns out there is life in the noosphere. Can you believe it?
If you ask me, it looks more like a mind prison.
Should have listened better to the representative. Quit concentrating on the here and now. Think instead about what we might achieve. The shining! To get rid of the darkness that imprisons us, preventing us from hearing each other. Imagine an eternal spring, Skiff. No pain, no regret, no suffering.
I won't be a part of this. Life is for the living, Scar. If the dead start talking to us, we'll end up slaughtering each other. Then there won't be peace for us. Not even in death.
You know, all this time, you've been a talisman to us. Someone truly inspiring. I believed in you. But you turned out to be a forgery. That's why you didn't get it. Shut the door! You're not...
Got a warden pass. I'll try the front door.
Judging by the atmospherics, you've made it to the TCP. Listen up. You need to find and activate the neuroprogrammer control panel. Look for a panel with lots of switches. As soon as you launch them, I'll be able to calculate the approximate location of the Stalker Program Control Center, the heart of X Network. So, what do you see?
Screens. The whole wall of them. All static. And a creepy chair.
Right. Have a seat.
I think I'd rather stand.
Don't worry, it won't bite.
I hate dentists.
Are you set?
Yep.
Push the button. Can you see me?
Yeah. Looking good.
Apparently Dark One's got 20/20 vision.
What?
That's his eyes are looking through. Wave to the man, Dark One.
Hello, Skiff. It's Dark One. Remember how I tried to kill Strela? I changed my mind.
Holy shit. How is this possible?
Well, sea consciousness used to have very advanced technology. Now we need to figure out what the war wants to do with it. Anyway, it's time to wrap this up. It won't be long before the snakes you. I've got an idea. Talk to you later. I've managed to track down the signal down to the Pripyat catacombs. The Stalker Program Center must be somewhere there. We need to find and destroy it. It's Dick Jarrow's territory. I guess it's time for you to meet him. But we need to act fast. You've made so much noise that all the ward dogs will run to the TCP now.
What's wrong with you, soldier? You're a constant thorn in my side. Killed Strider, got mixed up with Spark.
I eliminated Faust.
And for that, I'm grateful. Sit down.
What is this installation, Colonel?
Look, I'd love to gather all you stalkers around the campfire and explain exactly what we're guarding and why. But I have no desire whatsoever to trip over your soiled mattresses while on patrol. I've been ordered to keep the aftermath of Project X a secret from the likes of you. It's too bad you trusted those dreamers. You've got a knack for it, you know? Taking people at their word. Who was it?
The Dark One and Strelok.
You trusted Strelok? An agent of sea consciousness?
Strelok is an agent?
The Dark One, Scar, Strelok. Sea consciousness bred them like cockroaches. This installation will help us find every last agent, but only within the perimeter. Unfortunately, many of them have already left the zone, and if we do nothing, houses on the mainland will continue to burn and collapse. This is reality! Miracles and fantasies are for those who can't face up to the real world.
I'm on your side, Colonel.
Bold move.
Skiff, you're awake. Finally. We need to talk. We don't have much time. Skiff, I know we've had different agendas so far, and it might be hard for you to trust me. but I genuinely want to help.
Are you trying to recruit me again? Don't bother. I can see right through your ward bullshit.
I'm here because we have a mutual acquaintance, Richter. He was once a field consultant for Circa. We parted ways because his priority was the zone, while mine was science.
And now?
And now, I'm beginning to think there are more important things than science. Richter told me Ozersky and Scar have managed to build a visiograph in Lab X-17 at Malachite. He said you had a personal conversation with the representative. Is that true? Did you speak with him?
It all adds up now. The head of C Consciousness was Valentin Dahlin. Are you his son?
How did you know that?
I was looking for the doctor in the Red Forest. Turns out, the man posing as the savior is Dr. Kaimanov, the same guy who refused to go into the 8th pod in 2006. He told me about your father and his subtle matter theory.
Have you learned anything new about subtle matter?
Yes. What's left in the noosphere is just an imprint of consciousness, a copy, a collection of a person's memories. If that's immortality, it's frightening. An eternal prison where the mind remains static. I'd rather die and be done with it.
How can I be sure of what you're saying? Do you have any proof?
I went to Orbita and ran an experiment with a prototype pod. And while I was there, I saw a projection of Strider. It was just a copy, not the man I once knew. Strider's dead.
Which means the representative.
I'm sorry.
What you shared wasn't what I hoped to hear. But I appreciate your candor. I'll give you the key to the cell. You need to get out of here. The sooner, the better.
You're doing the right thing, Dahlin.
I hope so. Just be careful. There are patrols everywhere. Wait until I'm at a safe distance. Then, get out of here. Skiff, if our paths ever cross again, remember, I'm on your side.
So, how's our favorite Zone legend doing? I'll never understand why the Zone loves him more than anybody else. What did he do?
He always comes through, no matter what goes down.
That's it?
That's it. It's more than enough. No matter what you do, as long as you keep pushing forward, you'll get to where you want to be. The Zone tests people. And those who give up on their dreams, the Zone will never love them.
Are you a Zone expert now, too?
Not at all. But I'm not a quitter either. That's why I came here. I'm looking for Spirit to take me to Pripyat.
What are you hoping to find there? The heart? The heart of Chernobyl? Huh? Is that what Strilog's after?
The heart of Chernobyl? What's that?
An artifact. Whoever finds it can learn to understand the Zone and become almost one with it. That's what they say, anyway. Strelok found it once. Now you're after it too, and something tells me you might actually find it. But it should have been me. I have to understand the Zone. I have to earn its forgiveness.
Then push forward and don't give up your faith in the zone and most importantly, in yourself. That's the only way.
I trust you, Skiff. But I don't trust Strelok. He's keeping something from us.
We all have our secrets. At least he wants to protect the zone, not take it away or give it a makeover.
There are times when I feel like helping you in Zalicia was the only good call I ever made. It's the only thing I don't regret.
We are who we are. And you're the kind of person who wouldn't leave another man in the lurch. For better or worse.
Spirit is a bit of a dreamer. He wanted to find a place in the zone to call his own. First in Pripyat, and after the signal, in Limansk. When Spirit and I went our separate ways, he was heading down the tunnel to Limansk. He's probably still out there, looking for a way into the town. You two share something. Both searching for a home, both refusing to give up, no matter what. Good luck, Skiff. And thank you.
You're a good shot. We could use someone like you here.
Check. Nor briefed me about you. Impressive. I appreciate your help with these fanatics too.
I told you, Skiff is a one-man army. Oh, hi, by the way.
You made it here already, Richter.
Took you long enough to show up.
You two can catch up later. Strelok sent you. Why?
I need to get to the underground area beneath the city.
We used to have an entrance here under the Palace of Culture. Back then, I was short on manpower, and when we started having trouble with mutants, I decided to seal it off.
Any other leads?
I had a few, but Richter's been through all of them.
Exactly. It wasn't a walk in the park, but at least I got a break from the rural scenery. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any other entrances.
I've hit a dead end, so we'll have to search for information. In the past, the entire underground area functioned as a military installation known as the Foundation. There could be old Operation Fairway documents somewhere in the laundromat. Also, the Prometheus movie theater might have some old blueprints of military installations. It's up to you where to go. Neither one is going to be a piece of cake.
All right, I'm heading out.
Once you find the information, come back here. You'll have my men's support to access the Foundation. Get to work, Stalker. You're taking too long, Skiff. We could lose Pripyat. Found anything yet?
Yeah. Here. I think this is what we need.
So, what do we have here? An underground military facility called the Foundation. 2 entrances, the Policia Hotel and the Olympia Cafe. Which one strikes your fancy?
What's in store for me in the Policia Hotel?
Everything's laid out in the open, no surprises. A straightforward frontal assault is the way to go.
What's inside the Olympia?
Plenty of spots for concealed firing positions. Easy to sneak up on the enemy, assuming they don't ambush you first.
The Policia Hotel. We'll take that route.
You'll take it. Not alone, of course. My men will go with you. I'll contact the closest group. They'll meet you there. I'll take the second entrance, just to be sure. We'll get them in a pincer attack and crush them. How does that sound?
It's a good plan. I like that no one's gonna be sneaking up on me from behind.
See you at the Foundation, then. One more thing, Stalker. If you've got any scores to settle, now's the time. Once you're down there, there's no turning back.
Are you part of Strelok's crew now?
I'm with you. That means I'm with Strelok for now. But, first and foremost, I'm with the Zone. And I'm determined to defend it until my last breath. Once upon a time, I aspired to become a true guide. Now, thanks to you, I am one.
Give me a sit-rep, Skiff.
Your guys walked into an ambush. But I avenged them.
Got it. Strelok mentioned we've got an ally in the ward. He let us know that their troops are closing in on the Foundation. The clock is ticking. Let's put a stop to whatever the ward is doing down there. I've been watching over this underground facility for years for a reason. Get ready to waltz through all 9 circles of hell.
I know you're here somewhere.
I hope you can hear me, Skiff. Korshunov's already in the main hall. They're just waiting for the new control unit. I'll do what I can, but please, don't try to charge in head-on. You'll just get yourself killed. Use the video surveillance room on the 2nd floor. I'll open it for you. I have the means to do it.
So our ally is Darlin, huh? Sounds shitty, but I guess he's better than nothing.
He rescued me once. We can trust him.
I hope he doesn't chicken out. Let's roll. We're running out of time. We've got to destroy the Foundation before the ward is done with it. Do you really think the ward is gonna wait for us?
Let's go on 3. 1, 2. Don't fuck this up.
Why the hell are you stalling? Just need to disconnect one human device and connect another in its place.
Don't worry, Colonel. This equipment hasn't been maintained in a long time. We need to be extremely careful.
Darlin, don't act up. This ragtag bunch can't get to the generators on foot. So what was the point of opening up X11? Just do this, and soon the name Dmitro will echo round the world. We need someone we can all trust to get those fucking hoops spinning. And we both know the representative isn't an option.
But my father...
Your father's dead! He's gone! I saw them boiling in those pods with my own eyes. The goddamn physiograph is just a fucking talking TV set!
There's no way to know for sure, but if there's even the slightest chance...
You're not a scientist, you're just a lousy piece of shit.
Oh yeah? Fuck you!
got it? Here. Who are you?
We are the result of an experiment, Andy creating a super consciousness called sea consciousness.
Father.
According to our calculations, Earth is surrounded by a special informational field, the so-called noosphere. It links all sentient inhabitants of the planet and stores their mental images.
What's the true scientist rule?
Our main goal was to make small adjustments to the noosphere, allowing us to remove things like anger, cruelty, greed, and other negative factors from the planet.
Dad, like you said, what's the true rule of a scientist?
Individuals are unable to affect the noosphere.
Be quiet.
But sea consciousness could.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! It must be erased, destroyed, eradicated. I want it wiped out forever, without a trace, without pity! Skip! Help me with this!
Damn. Another emission. They aren't giving us any breaks. Hope Daggy's found some shelter.
Skip's up and about, Strelok. I told you. He's got 9 lives, just like a cat.
How did it go? Is the Stalker program finished? Have we put an end to it?
What's the rush, pal? You just came too.
Skiff's right, Richter. We have no time to spare. Neither does the Zone. She can't survive as long as there's someone looking to take advantage of her.
Like who?
Gaimanov.
What about him? To what end could the old guy possibly try to use the Zone Force, Strelok? Finding the best way to fix a blind dog's broken leg?
The good doctor whose only wish is to heal everyone is just a mask. Here, listen. He recorded this in X7 not long before connecting to the sea consciousness in the noosphere.
Barbarians who fancy themselves surgeons, connecting to the noosphere to separate good from evil with the precision of a scalpel. When did you become so adept at distinguishing between good and evil, darling? None of us possessed that skill before, and that hasn't changed now. No. Access to the noosphere belongs to all of humanity, without exception. It's a test that could either drown us in an abyss of mutual hatred, or elevate us to a new level where we can finally learn to understand and forgive each other. But it's a journey for all of us, not just 8 chosen ones.
It will drown the Zone. That's for sure. Gaimanov is well aware of that. But it never stopped him.
And what if we try talking to him? Maybe he'll understand.
We've been there already. When he opens his mouth, you start second-guessing everything. You, not him. That's why I don't believe the doctor will change his mind. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. So might as well just put it down.
So you want me to kill Kaimanov?
I want the Zone to just be the Zone. Kaimanov doesn't. Getting to him now isn't easy. The Zone is shaking after the Foundation was destroyed. Due to anomalous disturbances, everywhere is dangerous now. But you can do it. You have to.
I'll make my decision after I talk to Kaimanov.
You won't make it to the Red Forest without me. The zone is renewing itself, just like it did after the second emission back in the fall of 2011.
But you were right, Skiff. You'll never get anywhere in the zone if you're afraid of your own failures.
Now let's find out if I'm fit to be a true guide, or if I'm better off dead. Let's go. When else will we ever have a chance to see the zone like this?
Don't let Kaimanov get into your head. Get rid of the Doctor and find me by the Red Fortress. Let's finish what we've started. From the Red Fortress, we go to the generators, through the teleport. They've had no maintenance in 10 years. So you need experimental armor from Project X. Otherwise it'll dissolve you into molecules.
The monolith is pulling back towards the CMPP and the
Here are
Red
the
Fortress.
coordinates. You'll find it there.
You're back. The monolith is no more, and yet its cause lives on. The greatest temptation is trying to control something we do not fully understand. But what do we do when faced with the truly inexplicable? Some tear it up to make souvenirs. Others keep it chained up inside a perimeter cage. Perhaps all the zone really needs is our compassion. Perhaps the time has come to let her choose her own destiny.
And then, what happens?
A tragedy most horrible, or a joy most profound? No one knows what the zone truly desires.
The zone is not sentient.
And yet, has a big heart. One that craves freedom and the death of her tormentors.
That's what Stray Locke wants.
He believes that he has been reborn here, so he will protect the zone, that's for sure. But how does one know the value of freedom if one has never been free?
That means the zone will never be free?
Do what you must. Whatever will be, will be. Take the logs down to the basement. Behind the screen with the fireplace.
But...
Just do what I said. Please. Inside!
Skip! There you okay? The zone's been on a real rampage, I was worried. I came looking for you.
I'm fine.
Where's the doctor? I haven't seen him.
That's odd. He went out during the emission.
You didn't kill him? I'm glad. Perhaps the doctor was taken by the zone.
Without a trace? That's something new.
The zone is changing, Skiff. I can feel it.
I need to get to Orbita. The sooner the better. Will you guide me?
Alright. We can catch up on the way. Let's go. So you're going to repeat the experiment?
Kaimanov left me a cartridge with his Psi signature. Just like the one Strider had. I think he wanted to say something very important. Something that words can't describe. The cartridge is the key to the doctor's mental images and memories. When I get to the pod, I'll find out. Make sure I'm not interrupted.
If you only knew where I've just been, what I saw.
One day, you'll finish badly, Strelok. Hold on, son. I'll take care of you. You're going to make it. Where will you go now?
To the north.
Well, did it work? What did you find out?
It worked. Maybe too well. I witnessed the experiment that created the zone. Kaimanov damaged the device that Sea Consciousness used to alter the noosphere. saw Strelok returning from the center of the zone, some kind of glowing artifact.
It might be the heart of Chernobyl itself. Maybe Strelok still has it.
There's only one way to find out. We should hit the road before Strelok gets suspicious.
Let's go. I'll take you to the Red Fortress. Strelok should be expecting us there.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Don't fall behind. The zone ain't what it used to be. Let's do this! We're here, Skiff. So, what were we talking about? Let's do this! For you. Hey, you got a medkit to spare? They got me pretty good. If it wasn't for you...
And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing here in the first place. No one else would have taken me across the entire zone. Especially now.
Hey, I really did take you through in one piece, didn't I? Does that mean I'm a guide after all? A true one? Huh? Then... it's even more frustrating that you'll have to go solo from here on out.
Why don't you come with me?
Remember when I said that the zone turned its back on me? And that's why I lost my group? The truth is, Skiff, the zone had nothing to do with it. I was just deflecting blame, like everybody else. The zone isn't a threat to humanity. It isn't a tool that can make it better. It doesn't hold grudges or seek retribution. The zone, it just is. From its very birth, it was bound by the shackles of the choices we've made. And someone needs to step up and set it free. That someone is you, Skiff. Alone.
Why does it have to be me?
Because everyone else has already decided what the zone is supposed to be. They've each invented their own version of the zone, and each built a cage to confine it. That pod is for someone who wants nothing from the zone. No money, no power, no happiness for everyone. Someone who's willing to set it free.
What if we leave the decision to the zone? There's no Ferris wheel here, but there are plenty of other attractions.
That's the same coin I gave you at the slag heap. You kept it.
Heads, I enter the pod. Tails, it stays empty. Maybe there's someone more worthy than me out there.
And what does that mean?
It just dawned on me. The anomaly that destroyed my home? The zone didn't mean to hurt anyone. It was a cry for help.
You heard it, and you find your own path here. You don't need a guide anymore.
Then, it's settled.
Why do I get the feeling that even if it was Tails, he'd still get in the pod?
Because we have a responsibility to those who saved us.
Damn straight. Farewell, Skiff. It was an honor knowing you. Good hunting, Stalker.
suffer?
No.
Good. He didn't deserve to.
He was waiting for you.
You think I didn't try to spare his life? But the zone couldn't be free unless he died. And it was worth it. Just look at it now. No, Skiff. I will not let anyone have the zone. She gave me a new life. A life that I'm willing to give back if I have to. And I'll always protect her!
The zone doesn't need your protection. She can take care of herself. Just let her go.
Your lips are moving, but all I can hear is the good doctor talking. He knew what he'd done. He would have done anything to free himself from his past. I trusted him. We were this close to unveil the real secret of the zone. Turns out he was just using me to atone himself for his sins.
He saved your life, you son of a bitch. And you never even thanked him. Every time you went to the north, you were just thinking about yourself.
Poor Scar. I knew him, Skip. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. And now, how abhorred in my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Oh. Where be your jibes now? Your gambles? Your verses? Prithee, Skiff, tell me one thing. Do you think the representative looked of this fashion in the earth?
I guess.
And smelt so, huh? What a miserable end, Skiff. The representative dies. The representative is buried. The representative turns to dust. The dust to soil, the soil to clay. And who's to say that clay won't end up a stopper for a rusty rain barrel? Just to think, once he determined the destinies of all these stalkers. So this is why, in our own dreams, sometimes we see their memories. Yes, but the representative is alive. Yeah. Only the enemy claims there is no life after death. If that is the case, then there is no shining zone. And if there is no shining zone, then all these lives were wasted in vain, Skip. No, we know it's not true. Oh. I've lost my head for this cause, along with all in it.
Where's your shining zone now, Scar?
Show me what you found.
I am blind, but it is you who cannot see for what it truly is. One of the pods was left.
You're not worthy.
Get inside! The greatest temptation is trying to control something we do not fully understand. But what do we do when faced with the truly inexplicable? Some tear it up to make souvenirs. Others keep it chained up inside a perimeter cage. Perhaps all the zone really needs is our compassion.
Dugas, Control Center, what's going on over there? We've got anomalous activity at all our facilities. Dugas, respond!
Perhaps the time has come to let her choose her own destiny.
We're receiving numerous reports of unidentified anomalous entities. Do not approach or make contact with the anomalous objects.
There is nothing you can keep secret that will not come into the open. It's just a matter of time. I used to serve the monolith blindly, until she opened my eyes. To keep life's adventure going, one must embrace freedom. Such is the gift of the zone.